pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Dole,
Present.
Mr. Heiss,
Present. Okay, need approval of the minute from September the 9th, 2019.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, I will second it. Roll call, please.
Mr. Dole,
Yes.
Mr. Heiss,
Yes. Approval of the bill is presented.
I'll make that motion to approve.
I second it. Roll call, please.
Mr. Dole,
Yes.
Mr. Heiss,
Yes. You want to? Okay, correspondence. Mr. Darrell?
I have none.
Okay. I received a couple of emails. One is from Energy Allowance. They're going to send out 119 letters dated October 24th. This is for energy with new customers who have electricity. So they are letting them know that they can automatically be signed up for it, and if they don't want to be included, and they should be opt out of it. So they got to November 14th. So the other thing I have is this Saturday, Tuesday, October 15th, the annual communities meeting at 6:30 at Bernard Preserve. And what they talk about is the environment, what's going on with the environment over there, and other activities. They do this every year, so this is an annual report. They got a report probably about that thick. So that is Tuesday, October the 15th at 6:30 at Bernard Preserve.
and what is it, annual what?
Communities meeting.
Community meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, gas, sheriff's department.
Good evening, everyone. One of the first things I already let Mr. Heiss know, tonight will be my last meeting. I'm being replaced by Lieutenant Barb Stuckey. So she'll be taking over to taking care of the minutes for the meetings during the day. She's a night shift lieutenant, but I'll still be answering phone calls during the day if the trustees have any issues, and I'll pass them on to her.
Can you spell her name?
Actually, I'll let her introduce herself here in a minute. How's that?
Okay.
But for the month of September, looks like the township had 116 calls, which is just an increase of 4. 8 cases were assigned to our detective units. Out of them cases, we had 8 criminal reports. 1 non-criminal report, which was a native case. Just 5 reported auto accidents in the township. And then we got the traffic report from the Crosby Township detail provided by Sergeant Seabreaker. Besides that, pretty quiet in the township. I don't think, is there anything from the trustees?
I don't, do you?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
So I'll let Lieutenant Stuckey introduce herself.
Okay.
Thanks. Let me give you these. Sure.
So my name is Lieutenant Barbara Stuckey, like Keith already told you. I do work at nights. I work 4 to 4, so anything in the evening hours, you can call me. I'll give you guys all my cell phone numbers so that you can contact me anytime.
S-T-U-C-K-E-Y?
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
S-T-U-C-K-E-Y. So, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay, I guess public at large? None? Okay, reports. Alan couldn't make it tonight, so I guess we're ready for the Maintenance Department. Harold?
Yes, I do have a couple things tonight. The alarm system here. It's 20 years old, and we've been having a lot of trouble with it. And I'd like to see about getting it replaced. So I met with Johnson Control, and they gave me a price of $6,500. They're gonna replace everything in the building, all new smoke detectors, everything. And the payment would be $117 a month for 5 years, and it'd be paid for. It's not gonna be, and I think we're paying $114 a month now for the one we got. I think that's what it is, I'm not sure, but.
Would you say for 5 years to pay it
5
off?
years, yes. I think it's a pretty good deal.
I see. Yeah, looking at all the equipment that they supply, it's, that looks like a pretty good deal to me.
Yeah.
To bring us up to date, I mean, I guess
Yes.
this system's been going in and out of troubles. I know you get calls all the time, and then they go to someone else, and then they come to me at 2 in the morning. So I know this, they've been tinkering with it for years, but be nice to have it updated.
Yeah, I think we need to update it. Smoke detectors and everything.
Now, how long will it take to install a new
He
system?
didn't say.
He didn't say.
I know, I guess it was last year or so that they did a couple cameras, and I think it was pretty fast. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a different contract.
Oh.
This is for security and fire alarm, correct? Yeah. I guess you got that for the next one, the cameras, okay.
oh, okay.
So, what do you think, Chuck?
Yeah, the system get old and starts causing problems, so you need to be a good investment, get a new system. At 5 years, right?
Yes.
Because they didn't say it on here, so.
Yeah.
And is there a maintenance part of this also, that they come and do a annual checkup, or?
You know, I don't. He didn't say. I didn't think about that. I can call him tomorrow and find out for sure. I think that's what we need, because
Right.
this one back here, yeah, when it goes off, I call him, and then it'll work for a day or two, and then it starts doing the same thing. Just-
Yeah, it says we propose install and maintain, so yes. Maintain power communication to the panel. I guess it's all part of it, being that we're paying for 5 years on their system compared to
Exactly.
the other price was higher for 93, and they just walk away, so, okay. Well, I'd like to make a motion that we spend $6,500 to Johnson Controls to update the security system here at the community center.
I second it.
Johnson Controls,
Yeah.
John.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the 5 years at 117.08. Per month. So I guess we get our first bill after we get it installed. So. Okay. I guess we're ready for roll call?
Mr. Dole,
Yes.
Mr. Heiss,
Yes.
All right, I got one more thing. We're having trouble with our cameras. Some of them's been in here 20 years.
Very close.
And
Same thing.
I had them out here and met with a security system on that. And they want to, well, you got the list there, new cameras. Everything's going to be updated. And I'd like to see about getting that done. And also, we got it started out at $5,500. He knocked 500 off, so that'd be 5,000. And Brenda got a grant for $500 for it. So it'd be 45. But that's replacing the bad cameras. Everything's updated, new everything.
Yeah, I see it there, the whole new system, whereas
Yeah.
right now we only do 8 cameras, where the new system will,
Yeah, and this-
we can keep adding.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, this here, if we build our new maintenance building, we can go right to there too,
Right.
and all that,
Yeah.
so.
And these cameras are gonna be a lot more
So,
efficient and clear, and
yeah,
so I know some of the ones you got now are hard to see.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we've had quite a few things go on around here, and we can't, they're not clear.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See what you're looking at anymore.
Yeah, especially with the little lawn job out here, we
Yes.
couldn't make out the plates, but. No, I think that's a good deal, the 5548, and then like you said, he'll knock off 500 now.
Yeah.
And then Brenda's got the $500 grant, so that makes us down to 4548.
Yeah. And he said the main thing in here was the smoke detectors, and that, they're so outdated. We definitely, he's gotta get permits or something to do all that, he said. After they put it in, they gotta come out and inspect all those.
Right. I'll make the motion. Then we go with absolute security to update our camera system.
I second it.
And that will be for, well, $5,048. And then we'll just apply the grant to that later.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Dole,
Yes.
Mr. Heiss,
Yes. Okay, anything else?
That's all, thank you.
Getting the trucks ready for snow.
Yeah, we're working on that.
I didn't want to go there, but
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
put the mowers away.
the fire department, Jason?
September run totals, we had 31 EMS details, 26 fire details, for a total of 57 during September. During September, we did our annual ground ladder testing. We joined Whitewater and Harrison, got all the ground ladders tested at the same time. Received a phone call, and we were asked to partake in a public relations detail at the park for a MDA walk. We sent a crews and apparatus down there before the race and before the walk and during the walk. The person in charge of the walk was very appreciative. She sent us a letter and a photograph of the kids that participated in the walk. I gave you guys a copy of that letter. We showed the kids the fire trucks, and we were there to cheer them on during the walk when they started and when they finished. So it was a nice time.
Good PR.
Yes, very. And then due to Mr. Niehaus being out of town this week, we had scheduled the swearing-in ceremony of the 3 full-time and a promotion. Obviously, we'll wait until November to do that when everybody's here. But I would like to have a resolution to officially hire those 3 full-time and make that promotion for that firefighter level.
Okay.
3 full-time, 1 started Sunday, 1 started today, and the 3rd one will start tomorrow. Officially.
Okay. Yeah, back in July, our trustee meeting, we could approve hiring 3 more full-time firefighter medic. So what we're going now is approving these 3 postings as these 3 full-time.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess I make a motion to hire Jason Hane, Martin Littleton, and Daniel Williams as full-time firefighter medics as of yesterday and tomorrow, whatever
October
start
13th was
dates.
the first shift for one of them.
So,
Okay, I'll second it.
And then are you okay with the promotion from firefighter to lieutenant for Mr. Ludman?
okay. Well, there you go. We'll call on this first.
Okay.
Mr. Dole,
Yes.
Mr. Heiss,
Yes. Okay. One of the things I was talking to Jason about is in the fire department, I guess you call it a change of command. So we need to get one person every day in charge of the fire department, and this is one of we're kind of short on supervisors. So so Jason is recommending that we house Stephen Loman as lieutenant. So I'd like to make that motion. As of yesterday, the guy?
Today's the day, so
Okay.
yeah.
I'll second it. Second it.
Okay. You keeping up with us?
yeah.
Roll call?
Mr. Dole,
Yes.
Mr. Heiss,
Yes. Okay. While we are talking about the fire department, it also relates to WestJag. At the last WestJag meeting, they passed a resolution amending the bylaw from 2 trustees up to 5 trustees, starting in 2020. So, so next year, Crosby trustee need to approve, appoint somebody to that board. And then Whitewater Township, we need to hire 2 people to that board. So the 2020 Whitewater Township will have 3 members on the WestJag board, and Crosby will have 2. And then 2021, it will go the opposite. Crosby Township will have 3 members on the board, and then Whitewater with 2, and go back and forth. So that was done at the last meeting on October 3rd. They also called a speaker, George Woodruff from Columbus, Ohio, and I guess Jason, you want to talk about a little about what you were talking about?
Up north, they have something called community paramedicine, and it has off-duty nurses and paramedics going to these houses where that tend to call for they use a 911 system a lot. Instead of calling for a 911 system, tying up a life squad or an emergency vehicle, they go out and see what's needed, can give them shots if they need the shots. Check up on patients that are either get discharged from a hospital or tend to overuse 911. And it's a system that is starting to pick up throughout the country. And up north, up around the Dayton area or Columbus area, they're trying it out. A couple places around here are looking into it. I think Colerain's one of them looking into it. It takes some resources, it takes personnel to be able to make the initial contact and go out to the actual homes or apartments or condos and do a face-to-face with these guys. And so he brought that up to the board members as a possibility looking into for the near future.
Yeah, you talk about a half hour. I believe it said Medicare, and I guess the different health insurance will pay for their services.
They should. They are up north
Yeah.
in the Dayton area and Columbus area, so that could change, this time next year or 6 months from now. But it tends to just keep the ERs open. If they have an issue and they show up, they might not need to go to an ER. They might need to go to a doctor's office to get a prescription or get a chest X-ray instead of going to the ER. And ERs are very crowded, especially during wintertime with the flu going around. So this is just one way of reaching out to patients before they call 911.
And another service for Crosby Township residents. And the good thing about it is if we go and do that service, Crosby Township can bill Medicare and the insurance company get paid for that. So that's another area of income for the fire department, right?
Potentially, yes.
So I guess it's coming, so.
In the near future, yeah, we'll look into it more and, ask around to departments, throughout the country that are doing it and see how it's working. There's always bugs in the system when something new happens, but it's a learning curve and it's a learn from it.
So, okay. I still got one more thing. Jason, you want to talk about a little bit, but I guess last month I got notified, and the other two trustees got notified that we received a grant called a SAFER, S-A-F-E-R, from the Department of Homeland Security.
What SAFER stands for is staffing of fire and emergency response, staffing adequate fire and emergency response. It's a way that the government helps townships, cities, and villages to increase manning. These SAFER grants are good for 3 years, where the government pays 75% of the salaries and benefits the first 2 years. Third year it drops down to 35%. That gives townships and cities and villages time to either wait for the additional resources and income to come in through construction and or put on levies. SAFER grants are very hard to get. I've been trying for a while, and it's just it was our time. So
Congratulations.
thank you. This will put 3 more on. It is time. There's a time frame for it. It starts in March. I know we just put a test on, and the list I can utilize one person, but I would like to retest again to get more qualified personnel in. These guys will be medics, and the reason why I'm doing that is because of the unforeseen future of West Jad. By having medics in the fire department, we can rely less on West Jad, and they can make runs into Whitewater if needed, and it puts our residents and visitors at a better place having our own medics every single day.
Could you tell me what SAFER stands for?
Yep. Staffing of adequate fire and emergency response.
Could I give you a copy? I guess I can give you a copy of that.
I gave him a
Bob.
copy.
I thought I gave Bob a copy.
Okay,
But I know I gave the trustees
I
copy.
got one.
So.
all right.
Not the whole thing. The whole thing is about that thick. And
A lot of paperwork to go through,
That's my next question. You have to fill out a lot of forms.
a lot of forms to,
Yep.
We have a grant writer, and he writes a majority of our grants, but then stuff gets kicked back to me for, salaries and personnel and a few other things that I have to put in. Once that goes in, it goes to a board, and they just sit down and go through one by one, and
Yeah. Well,
yeah, it's
thanks for all your work. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a heck of a grant there.
yeah, $365,500
It makes-
some dollars.
makes-
So
it makes our department, that much better, guaranteeing
Yeah.
medics every single day.
in the long run, it could help our response time and.
Correct.
And the team wise, you got the same people working together. The team will work together. It's more smoother and more efficiently.
Correct.
So,
The new personnel, there'll be less cross-staffing, so there'll be a dedicated squad crew and a dedicated engine crew. That cuts down on response time from getting gear from one vehicle to the other, and vice versa.
and you're still gonna do some part time because when people go on vacation, sick time. So,
Well, yes, I still want part-time personnel, but we know that the part-time personnel is not what it used to be. So we can no longer rely on part-time personnel. But to have a few there to fill in for vacations and off days, yes, that definitely helps. And the part-time guys we do have, they want to stay. So we're not kicking the part-time out, but we'll continue to have them, just we'll have rotation of guys every day. So familiar faces for the residents.
Good.
West Ag started in the mid-90s. Now, it was supposed to be a temporary solution. I've been going on over 20-some years, and they have some very professional and dedicated people at West Ag that serve Crosby Township and Whitewater Township. So we are certainly going to miss them, and eventually, I guess the day is coming, probably sometime next year, the year after. One thing that helped save them, and also Crosby Township, is Texas Gas. West Ag got $60,000 from Texas Gas, and Crosby Township received almost $300,000 from Texas Gas, and they're gonna get more in the future. So that's a big plus for us. Okay, I don't really have anything else for the fire department.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, Brenda isn't here. Do you like to read her report? Chris?
I will do Brenda's report. Okay. Highlights of October include the seniors are going to the Amish Charm Country View Inn Bed and Breakfast on November 13th for an overnight trip. There's still time next couple weeks to make a reservation. Please call 738-1440 or Sandy Downey to confirm reservations. Chair volleyball team will participate in the end of the year social on October 23rd at Springdale. The senior dinner this month is going to be on October 17th at 5 p.m. at the Reservation Restaurant in Milan, Indiana. Call President Gary Roberts if you need a ride. Line dancing is going strong every Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. here at the Community Center. All are welcome. The one-man band will perform at the regular November 12th Senior Club meeting. Bring friends and have fun right after the business segment of the meeting at 1 p.m. Next month, the Crosby Township business letters will be sent to invite them to participate in the Christmas 2019 Kringle Chest benefit for the children of Crosby Township who need a little help from Santa. I've been in conversation with some new possible donor businesses and would welcome any others to join us in making Christmas brighter in our hometown. The efforts of many volunteers in different roles come together in December for a Christmas wrapping party, so watch for more details and consider being part of the Santa team. Brenda Jackson. All right.
Okay, thank you. Zoning workers busy with a customer, so he'll be out in a little bit. Bob, do you have anything? I'm sorry, I skipped over you.
It's all right. Do we want to do the resolution now or with another, in another area? And there's also this certification of availability of funds. You want to do that during my spot or
We can do that on new business, I think.
both of these?
Yeah. Is there only one resolution? I thought there was, is there another one?
I think the other one we're going to hold off on till
Oh.
next month.
Okay.
We talked about that.
Oh, that's right.
And so it's just the resolution, one resolution, and then the certification for the funds. So other than that, I'll say none, and we'll come back to those.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I go on old business. Ms. Stowe?
I have none.
I have none. Okay, I guess we're on a new
We'll
business.
go on to new business.
Okay, Mr. Stowe,
You want me to do it, or you want to do it?
you can bring it up.
Okay. Last meeting, or I'll say, Jim Niehaus has been negotiating for the purchase of property right next door, or connected to our property here, with, I can't remember his name now. Anna King, yeah. There you go, John Anna King. But we'll let, or you want Rick to finish his first, since he's here.
Okay.
We'll come back to it.
Okay, Rick.
We had 13 zoning certificates issued last month. And I've got a request to have a meeting with the trustees from a developer at Fort Scott. And he wants to meet with someone when they propose a development over there to see what you may require, what you may not. They need some opinions. They wanted to meet with the zoning commission. I said, you can't do that because you will meet with the zoning commission when you come to review your development plan. What they want is a preliminary meeting to make sure that when they put the development plan together, they just want to get feedback from somebody here.
Right, it's worth their time, yeah.
Yeah, and I proposed with the trustees at your discretion. This is the property that's behind Rumpke's. It's zoned right now for condominiums, plan unit, and the developer and the builder, Ryan, they want to put in single-family homes, but they're wanting to know whether they got to be brick, how much of a berm they have, landscaping, that sort of thing, how far does Township want them to go with stuff. That's what the meeting's going to be about. So you can just get back with me as to
Okay.
how you guys would like to do it. I know Jim's not here. And, do it that way.
Yeah, I don't know how we could do that.
I was hoping Alan was here to see whether we can actually do something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it would just have to be one of us.
yeah.
Or he'd have to meet with each one of us individually.
Okay. I mean, I can, let them know that. That's up to, or,
I don't know, can you go in executive session? I mean, I don't think so. I don't think it's one of the 7.
Yeah. I guess one of us need to meet with them and get kind of detail what
Well-
they're talking about.
Well,
So-
it's either that or you meet with me, and I can do the meeting, and if you write down your thoughts after you've talked with me, I can do it that way, but that'd be up to you again. I don't, other than that, all three of you have to be at a public meeting, doesn't it?
Correct.
Okay. I mean, I can also tell them, they just want preliminary feedback so they don't start drawing, proposing stuff that's not gonna work for them. That's what they wanna know. And I can tell them, we can't do it, not until the zoning commission meeting, which is a public hearing.
Right.
When I was with Sailor Park, there was a small farm that was bought by a developer, and they actually came to the meetings over a period of time with some plans, and then we didn't have trustees, but community members could give input, and they actually changed their plans a couple of times, and they did end up, right now, they're building the houses. But I just wanted to share that they did it publicly, they did it at meetings.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
that's an option, I guess, for us.
That's what would happen at the zoning commission meetings.
Oh, okay.
Right.
But they just want to know, they want some input before they put their plan together to come to the zoning commission.
That's
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, this is part of Fort Scott Development, which is at ACUP, and this is what you call a major plan change, and that's a public hearing. I guess they want to eliminate multiple public hearings. That's primarily, I think that's what they're trying to do,
Okay.
which is smart, but legally, I really couldn't answer it other than to talk to me.
You know how?
I can leave it that way.
Yeah,
how
you know what,
many
you can meet with the three of us individually, and then you can give them feedback from what the three of us said.
Okay,
How's that?
that'd be good.
You know how many acres we're talking about?
Oh, it's
It's big.
40?
It's
Yeah,
40 acres.
it's 40, it's the other side of the street.
And right now, it's zoned multifamily or condominiums, and they want to reduce the density in housing, but there's things in the PUD which addresses landscaping, berms, whether it's supposed to be brick. That's what they want to address so they can lower the cost of the houses.
Oh,
I wasn't here when it did Fort Scott, but would it be handling somewhere similar? That when the Fort Scott people came in? And
correct.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Um,
going,
were you involved with that, Chris?
yes, I was on the zoning.
So you're the expert then?
Other than that, that's all I have.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess we need to get more detail and back to us.
Okay. All right, going back to new business. As I said, Jim Niehaus was in negotiations with John Anyking to purchase property next door, to build a maintenance building nearby to tie it all together here as one place. We're renting a place over in New Haven right now for the last however many years.
15, 16 years now?
And not that long. I haven't been around that long. At least 12, 13 maybe.
I think close to 15 years.
Yeah, but either way. So Jim was in negotiation with them. So, in last meeting, we went to executive session, talked it through, and we decided it would be, have Jim come up with a contract, and so he has. So, first off, we have a resolution to enter into a contract for the purchase of the real estate.
And that would be number 14.
Number 14-2019. And whereas the Crosby Township Board of Trustees negotiated a contract for purchase of approximately 2.5 acres of land located in Crosby Township, Hamilton County, Ohio, from Blue Jay Ventures LLC, an Ohio limited liability company, for the purchase or purpose of construction of certain improvements for the benefit of the township. Whereas the board has determined that it is in the best interest of the township to enter into the contract to purchase the real estate. Whereas the fiscal officer for the township is certified that funds are available for the purchase of the real estate. So the resolution, now therefore be it resolved by the board that the following resolution be and it hereby is adopted. Section 1, the board hereby agrees to enter into contract to purchase real estate between the board and Blue Jay Ventures LLC, a copy of which is attached. Section 2, Charles Heiss, President of the Board, is hereby authorized to sign the agreement on behalf of the township. This resolution shall take effect and be enforced from and after the earliest time provided by law. Adopted October 14th, 2019. I'd like to make a motion that we pass this resolution.
I second it. Yeah, at the last board meeting, I believe in our minutes, we approved, $45,000 to buy
Correct.
this 2.5 acres, so,
Correct.
so,
So,
yes, basically the resolution giving me authority to sign for the
yes.
Crosby Township. Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Dole,
Yes.
Mr. Heiss,
Yes. And I guess that
So
all-
the second thing we have here is, well, we have two things. Second and third. The second thing is the contract to purchase real estate. And whereas it says, purchaser agrees to pay for said property, a sum of $45,000. The sum of $2,500 shall be deposited with seller as earnest money. I make a motion that we approve this contract to purchase.
I second it. Roll call, please.
Mr. Dole,
Yes.
Mr. Heiss,
Yes.
And then the last thing, of course, is the certification of availability of funds. And this is for Mr. Bibbo to sign, the undersigned fiscal officer for Crosby Township. Hereby certifies that funds are available for purchase of approximately 2.5 acres of property from Blue Jay Ventures LLC for a price of $45,000. And that's just for you to sign.
Okay.
You got one, right?
Yeah, you want me to sign the one I have?
Yes. And then, and I guess, well, you've got copies of the contract for Chuck to sign, or,
Yeah.
and then the resolution for both of us to sign.
Okay.
Yes, you can sign this
Somebody
one.
want to have,
Oh,
the
you
you
got
have the
one there
official
already?
sheet there?
Chuck does.
Yeah, that is the last one that was sent to me.
And you got
This
that
one,
one?
yeah, I signed
Oh,
that.
okay.
And then Bob needs to sign this,
Bob needs to sign that one then.
and then sign this, and then get the other one from you.
And then Alan will get Mr. Enter King to sign that. if
Yes.
we-
Is this the one you wanted from me?
Yeah, I need this. You can keep this for.
You can make copies for Bob.
Yeah, I talked to Alan, and we need to get a check for $2,500. So I don't know if you want to do it now or wait next time we cut check. He says in no hurry, we can wait in 2 weeks and do it.
Well, yeah, Alan wants to take it to him, they have it signed, so then if he can have the check with him at that time then too.
So,
So whatever works for
Probably in
Bob.
the next
Yeah.
couple of days. There's a couple other bills
Okay,
I'm gonna pay, and
okay, so.
we'll get that check in there with that.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, what I'll do, I will deliver the check with the contract. and then
Okay.
Alan will,
Remind me to cut that check.
okay. So,
But
We'll do it in the near future.
I know if Jim watches this show, thank you for all your work, Mr. Niehaus, he's spent a lot of time negotiating and talking to the county about tying into the septic system, et cetera, because the building will be sitting right out here, whereas you'll be able to pull in off the main drive and then turn into the building for the maintenance guys. So it'd be a nice addition to this place, you know, to get everything in one place. So,
yeah, Jim Newhouse is out of town, but Alan told me last week he sat down with Jim Newhouse and Jim had no problem with that.
yeah, no,
And likewise, we don't have any problem with it.
no.
so.
I think the fire department will like it too. We get our stuff out of their building.
Yeah, and it gives them more room, right?
So,
It's,
if somebody like to donate the money to build a new building with
Well,
the name Alpha Harry.
yeah, that's-
Harry, you want to donate money, we can name Alpha Harry or whoever.
that'll be the next
No.
hurdle.
We want to turn it down with requests.
No,
No. Up to you, Harry. I really don't have any other new business.
I don't,
You don't have anything
nope,
else?
that's
so
all new business I got.
I guess any other session? No? Okay, I guess I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Dole,
Yes.
Mr. Niehaus, I'm sorry, Mr.
Absent.
Heiss.
Yes. That's the first time
Raise
goof
your
all
hand.
night.
Next meeting is,
Oh, yeah. Are we having our next meeting? It's November 11th, 2019 at 7 p.m.
No. Veterans Day.